Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm here to share with you guys 5 new grad nursing tips when you are looking for your very first job as a registered nurse. Listen, whether you're in nursing school, whether you're about to take your NCLEX, whether you're applying for jobs right now, whether you're already in your first job, it doesn't matter. It's never too soon to get a head start, and it's never too late to gather information for your next step or your next journey. So those of you guys that may or may not know, I am still feeling very much so like a new grad nurse. I started in the emergency department straight out of nursing school in a level 1 trauma center. Insane. But I am almost at my 2-year mark, like literally a little over a year, and I kind of still feel like, whoa, this is insane. But I feel like I've gotten my feet wet enough to at least feel all the feels and be able to share with you guys what I've went through and some things for you guys to look out for in your journey as a new grad nurse. So while we're at it, let's get into the video. So a lot of you guys already know my story. You guys already know my spiel. If you haven't done so already, definitely subscribe, join the Graceful Fam, pull up a chair, stay a while, okay? Join me, give this video a thumbs up, and definitely comment down below where you are at in your nursing journey, or if you just stopping by, I'm okay with that. Welcome. But let's get right into the video. So tip number, I don't even know if I'm gonna go like from 1 to 5 or 5 to 1. But to me, these are like kind of in no particular order because they all have their importance, like for sure. But the very first one that I'm gonna tell you guys is know your worth. Literally, you being a new grad nurse has nothing to do with your worth, especially during these times. Guys, I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with the Joneses or keeping up with the times in the news, definitely post-COVID, but nurses are in demand, first of all, especially bedside nursing, inpatient nursing. Listen, I feel like you are the prize. It's not even I feel like, it's a matter of fact. The need and demand for bedside nurses are at an all-time high. So many nurses are burnt out. So many nurses are leaving the bedside. So just because you're new, it doesn't mean that you're incompetent. You are new, but you still hold value. At the end of the day, you went to nursing school, you passed your NCLEX, you have knowledge in your head that holds value at the end of the day. So don't feel like you have to just take the first job that grants you anything, because trust me, these management people are desperate. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and they are willing to hire anyone that is willing to stay at the bedside for any significant amount of time. Trust me. Hence why traveling is such a thing. These travel nurses are leaving, bedside nurses are leaving to go travel, or they're just leaving bedside altogether because it's very physically draining, mentally draining. So trust me, listen, when you are applying for your job, don't be afraid to go after that ICU job, to go after that L&D job, that ER job, that NICU, whatever it is that you want to go after it, because your time is now. Your time is now, because nursing right now and the climate of nursing is so, it's such a space that is like, listen, if you want to get your foot in the door as a new grad, I feel like your time is right now. You don't have to start in med surg if you don't want to. If you don't want to do inpatient, that's fine. Whatever it is that you want to do, I feel like you should go for it. However, everybody's journey is different. No, it's not one size fit all. So if you get offered an opportunity and it may not be your dream job, that's fine. You can do anything for 6 months. You can do anything for a year, get that experience, on to the next. Why? Because you've chosen a career that gives you the ability to do so. And that's why nursing is a great career at the end of the day, as daunting and draining that it can be, because it is. At the end of the day, that is one of the perks of nursing. Like, you don't have to stay anywhere that you don't want to. And you need me more than I need you, because I have options. As a nurse, I have options. I can go anywhere and do anything with my degrees. So know your worth and don't settle. Go on all of your interviews. I was gonna go to my next point, but go on all of your interviews and compare each unit, each facility, each hospital, whatever it is, because you are the prize. Okay. So my second piece of advice for you guys would be to not sign a 2-year contract. That's my personal opinion. do with it as you please. I will tell you why I feel that way. I'm not in a contract by any means, but I know some people that are in contracts. Let me tell you something. First of all, you just graduated nursing school. You just started in this profession, and this is your very first job. Even if you have work experience, even if you've worked as a tech, even if you've worked in the hospital as a clerk, you've never worked as a nurse before. So you entering into this job, you have no idea what you're gonna feel like. Are you even gonna like it there? Are you gonna like the unit? Are you gonna like the population? Are you gonna even like the specialty that you're in? Maybe you don't like the hospital after a while. The more you know is the more you start to gather like, maybe this may have not been the best decision for me. But let's say 6 months in, it's like you decide, oh my God, I hate it here. And you have a year and 6 months left to go. That's just not fair. I just feel like the liberty and the freedom that nursing gives shouldn't have to be tied down by a 2-year contract. And I feel like the reason why 2-year contracts are given is because the hospital is not trying to invest all of their time and efforts into an employee just for them to leave. But guess what? That's the beauty of nursing. If I don't like something, I should be able to gain my experience and move on. Obviously, I'm not saying start a job and 5 days later leave, because you're gonna have to explain that on your resume, not me, okay? But what I am saying is that I just feel like don't shackle yourself to something and you're not even sure if indeed this is your unit where you feel like, oh my God, I've always wanted to be here, or I've always wanted to do this. And then maybe sure, if it's for you and you know you're gonna be there at least for this amount of time, then why not? Sure, okay. But for me, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to stay here. I don't know if this is what I want to do. I don't know if this is going to be the right fit for me. I'm just trying. And so that's what I feel. I feel like if you're a new grad, try not to get bogged down by all the contracts and stuff that they try to get you in because you're new and naive and fresh and you're just so eager to work. Also be smart and wise and lay out all your options and just make sure that they're not trying to play you at the end of the day, because your girl actually don't want you to get played, okay? All right. Okay, so number 3, another bit of advice that I would tell you guys is to definitely do your research. I know it sounds redundant. I know it's like, the girl, obviously I'm gonna do my research. But let me tell you, did you really do your research? Because I understand when you're doing like your interviews and stuff, you may look up the hospital a little bit, you may whatever, but all you see is like, oh my gosh, there's something available, I'm gonna apply and hope that I get it. But doing your research is gonna save you a lot of time in the long run. You need to be asking yourself certain questions, and if you can see yourself in this hospital, in this unit, in this facility, yeah, they're interviewing you, but you need to be interviewing them as well. And you deserve to know if this is a good fit for you. You know, it's like, obviously they should be grateful to have you, but it's kind of like, is this going to be a good fit for me in my life? Number one, like some questions like, is this union? Is this non-union? Would I need a union hospital to have that support? Or am I okay with a non-union hospital? Is this a teaching hospital? Like, hey, I'm a new grad, so would it be a better climate for me to be in a teaching hospital or not? You know, is there tuition reimbursement if I plan on being here for a while and going back to school? You know, like, these are questions that you should be thinking. These are questions that you should be looking up, researching, even before your interview. You should be thinking, what questions can I ask so that when I get there, I can already get these answers. And then if I do get hired, I can, you know, weigh my options accordingly. So do your research, make sure that this is the right fit for you. Because like I said, yes, you may be like, oh my gosh, girl, like, but I need the money. Like, I need the money and I'm ready to start working. That's fine. However, don't just be so eager that you forget to do your research. Okay. So boom, number 4. So you've gotten hired now. Let's say you're on the unit and you're super excited. You've started your first job. Okay, what next? What should I be looking for? Personally, I think that once you've gotten on the unit, and another question that I feel like you should really ask, this goes to like my number 3, is how long is orientation? Trust me. Make that question number 1. Because as a new grad, that matters, okay? Look up how long is orientation, and per your specialty, is that the norm? Okay? Because they be trying to kick little new grads off orientation really quick. And maybe that wasn't the norm. Maybe you need more time. Look at new grads' processes. Ask them as a new grad, you know, how many new grads have you hired on your unit? As a new grad, how are you able to acclimate somebody, you know, that's just fresh out of school into the specialty? And what are some things that you will do to accommodate that? You need to start thinking about that seriously. But anyways, back to number 4. So yeah, you've gotten past all that. Preceptor. Your preceptor is your bread and butter. Yes, you're gonna go through education, you're gonna have your educator and everything like that, but who you're with that's teaching you the ropes when you're on the floor is your bread and butter. If you are not comfortable with your preceptor, if you feel like, you know, you're not meshing with your preceptor, or your preceptor is a bully, let me tell you something. I do not tolerate. They're like, oh my God, I actually got so serious. I really cannot stand a nursing bully. Like, that to me is like, at my big age, you want to bully me? And even if you're young, like, so what? Like, it doesn't mean that you can now bully me, or even if we're peers, but you have more experience than me, or you have more knowledge, that means that I am now inferior to you. Yeah, you tried it. You got the wrong one. I'm sorry. I apologize, but not over here. Okay, so we're not going to condone that, because some nurses are just mean. And to be honest, I think maybe they're just bitter about the quality of management, and maybe they just aren't happy with where they are. And that's fine, but that seems like a you problem. It's giving that's a personal problem, and that has nothing to do with me. So be aware of that. Like, you know, advocate for yourself, speak up, say, hey, I don't feel like, you know, you don't have to like throw them under the bus and reciprocate their energy, but you can also advocate for yourself and say, I don't think this is going to work. I think that I want to maximize my time during orientation, and I feel like that probably with the new preceptor that I could be able to feel a bit more comfortable. Also advocate for your length. Like, if you feel like towards the end of orientation and they're like, okay, time to go, and you're like really not feeling comfortable, you're really not feeling safe, I feel like you should definitely speak with your manager, speak with your educator, and say, hey, I really feel like I need at least another week, or at least a few more days. You'll be surprised how much like one more shift can help you. Like, they may be like, girl, your time is up, we do not have 2 more weeks to give you, we do not have this, but like, you'll be surprised like how much one full shift can make you feel more confident, or like 2 more full shifts can make you feel like a little bit better. At the end of the day, orientation was not meant to teach you all things, and when you're on your own is really when you get to know a lot of things, but that's another video. But I will say, if you truly don't feel comfortable, advocate for yourself. And last but not least, number 5, numéro 5, okay, is give yourself grace, okay? And no pun intended, because y'all know I am Ashley Grace and I live by doing things gracefully. But no, seriously, give yourself grace. Like, you are a new grad nurse that just finished nursing school. Some of you guys probably went through school like in a hybrid program, online or whatever. Like, this is not easy. You graduated through a tough program, had your highs and lows, then had to study your butt off to pass the NCLEX, and now you start a job that, like, you know, nursing school presents nursing like this coiffure thing with a pretty bow, and then you just literally hit the ground running, and you're just like, whoa, is this what nursing is? Like, I'm telling you, once that shock hits you, take a step back and realize, 1, you're not the only one. 2, it's okay to feel this way. And 3, give yourself grace, because I think that it's overwhelming, and you're not the only one. And when you ask other nurses, they'll be like, oh yeah, it took me some time to get past that. Like, for me, I would say I didn't start feeling like, and mind you, I was in an ER, I'm in an acute setting. I'm in a ER where it's like super fast paced, and all of the patients are so sick, like so sick. It like so unstable, like literally, like you have those that are like stable that could have went to urgent care, and then you have like, oh my gosh, is this patient about to code on me, kind of moments. So I just was like always on edge. It literally took me like a year, some change-ish, to get out of my funk. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, when am I gonna feel this way? And then when people told me that it took them a year or 2 or however long, I'm like, so I'm gonna be feeling like this for a year? You've gotta be kidding me. No, I can't do this. But trust me, it's only gonna get easier. Like, you're gonna get more comfortable. You're gonna know where the things are in the supply closet. You're gonna know what to grab. You're gonna know who to call. You're gonna know those numbers to call off the back of your hand. Like, and there's just some things where it's okay to ask those questions. Like, I think giving yourself grace is like, you know, not not like beating yourself up because you didn't know something or because you forgot something or, oh my God, I feel so stupid or whatever. It's like that, and not comparing yourself to senior nurses. Like, I would feel like, oh my gosh, but my preceptor, she's so good, and like she's so fast and she knows how to do everything, and like she just gets everything once and she goes in the room in and out. But me, I'm like forgetting. Oh my God, like the patient asked me for juice and I forgot it. Like now I'm like, I'll give myself grace. Like if I forgot it, I'm like, I'm so sorry, let me go get it now. Or knowing how to prioritize, like I understood that you asked me for orange juice, but I know in my head that I had this patient that was a possible STEMI, so I had to like do things with them first before I went to go find you socks and orange juice. I'm sorry. But you know, at the end of the day, in the beginning, I was like, I had no time management. So either way, give yourself grace. Please, please, please. But anyways, guys, that is it. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. Please let me know anything else that you guys want to see from me. As you guys know, like I am just getting back into the nitty gritty of things. I am now a day shifter, so I am more awake and alert. So I am just like so thankful for you guys. Please talk to me down below. I don't want to talk to myself. If you are following me on social media, please hit your girl up. I love talking with you guys. But like I said, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, join the Graceful Fam, and wait, I'm about to forget what I always say, which is if you don't do anything else, honestly, especially pertaining to this topic, if you don't do anything else, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how frustrated you get with nursing, make sure to do everything with grace. Like honestly, I couldn't have ended on a better note. Give yourself grace. But on that note, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.